everyone, it's Samantha again, and I'm here to talk to you today about texting and driving. It's a very timely topic because April is National Distracted Driving Awareness Month, so I thought I'd talk to you about this because it's really important. So how long do you think it would take to send an average text? Coldwater Daily Reporter says that the average person sends a quick text of 5 words in about 5 seconds while they're driving. This means that you have to open up your phone, open up the texting app, type out the text, and then send it. To put this in perspective, this means that you are driving at around 55 miles per hour, you'd be crossing the length of a football field while blindfolded, because if you're texting, it's basically like being blindfolded because your eyes are not on the road. So I thought it was really important for you guys to hear that analogy because you must understand how important this is. This is a personal topic to me because my boyfriend Drew was hit by a distracted driver in September of 2014. Drew was on his motorcycle and the driver ran a stop sign because he didn't see the stop sign or Drew because he was texting. Drew ended up having to spend 3 months in Shands, including 1 month in the burn ICU, and he still deals with the medical issues to this day. The driver only got a charge of reckless driving. Had Drew died, he would have gotten a much larger charge, which I'll talk about later. Coldwater Daily reports that 3,200 people died and 430,000 people were injured in 2014 as a result of distracted driving. That's a lot of people. 46 states and Washington, D.C. have a texting ban of some sort, but it's not enough. Some states, including Florida, only have secondary bans. This means that you can be texting and driving, but a police officer cannot pull you over unless he sees you doing something else illegal. So that means you have to be doing 2 different illegal things in order to be ticketed for being a reckless driver and texting and driving. So that makes it extremely dangerous. The American Journal of Public Health states that secondary laws have no impact on fatality rates in accidents. However, they also state that primary laws, which mean an officer can pull you over just for texting and driving, have a significant impact, especially on younger populations. Laws for all populations, so all age groups, have reduced fatalities by crashes by about 5%, while laws focused specifically on younger people have reduced them by 11%. So that's a huge difference. Most places, unfortunately, do not have large consequences if you are caught texting and driving, and if you don't kill someone. In a certain town in Missouri, if you're caught texting and driving, your first offense is finable by $100. For your third offense in a year, you'll get fined $500. If you really think about it, you're putting tons of people's lives and your own at risk. So a slap on the wrist is basically $500. It's ridiculous. But if you actually kill someone, you can be charged with vehicular manslaughter. Vehicular manslaughter is much more serious and can get you up to 15 years in prison and a $10 million fine. Some secondary consequences you might not be thinking about are your insurance company. And they can either drop you or raise your rates to an exorbitant amount. And if they drop you, other insurance companies might not be willing to insure you. And if you don't have driver's insurance, you can't drive. Also, you could be held personally liable for all the injuries and deaths you cause. So some solutions for this problem are we can make a national primary law saying that it is illegal for all people to text of all ages, and they can be pulled over and ticketed just for texting. Also, we should increase education and awareness, especially to young people who tend to think that they are invincible and don't really think about the consequences of their actions. Companies who employ drivers, such as delivery people or cargo trucks, should increase awareness and make sure that their drivers know that there will be consequences for their actions. They should be fired or severely punished for texting behind the wheel. Also, we could increase punishments, like I was saying earlier, a $100 or a $500 fine is basically a slap on the wrist. So we could increase monetary fines, we could add points to licenses, we could demand that they take driving school, or we could tell them to do community service. All these, I think, are very good solutions to the problem. So no actions currently being taken, the death toll will just continue to rise. From 2010 to 2011, it rose by 9%. If you think, since then, so much new technology has been created, so the death toll has just gotten higher. So this sounds like a lot of undertaking, like creating new laws, having new punishments. So some things that you can do are make a pledge not to text and drive. If you have to text, pull over to a street, or just don't text. You should also hold other people accountable, like if you're in the car and the driver's texting, offer to text for them, or just tell them not to text at all. Also, a really good idea that I've done is I put a sticky note in my car that says no texting. It serves as a physical reminder, so I always know not to text. So thank you all very much for listening to my speech, and I just want to remind you that no text is worth hurting or killing yourself and possibly others. Be safe and follow the rules of the road. Thank you.